Cool. Um, you're in Gurgaon, right, Richa?
Yeah.
Excellent. You've been with Northern Cubas before or only during the pandemic?
During just before pandemic, I had the first one-to-one like physical session, and then they started.
All right, cool. So you're a natural in this medium then.
Amateur, I would say. I did attend a 2-month workshop 3 years ago, 2 3 years ago.
All right, cool. What made you think after 2 years I'm gonna try it again?
I had quite enjoyed that experience, but it just got left out. So I actually wanted to continue that. So I got in touch with one of the members, and we had one session. It went very well. Then pandemic occurred, and I think since then I've really enjoyed it. I want to continue with that.
Okay, cool. I'll get us a word. We can chat about this word, and then we can start a scene. Um, so the word is detector.
Detector.
Detector. So detector for me reminds me of airports. And then um, when I go home to Indonesia, you have to go in the past. The last one is the customs, where you have to go put all your stuff and declare, and nothing to declare. And these customs are always picking on, on Indonesians rather than foreigners. Yeah, foreigners go past you, but Indonesians they like, okay, hold on, what did you bring from abroad? Which one they can get a cut off,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, it's a little bit better now, but I remember back then they would just like take us to a room and it's like, is this camera really
Oh,
new? And then it's like maybe get something so that the
oh.
camera can pass this. Uh, yeah, so those were the days, and things are getting a little bit better at least.
That's good. That's a relief, I'm sure. The-
Detector or airports or customs remind you of anything?
yeah. So when I just heard it from you, the first thought I had was like the women. So women are like those detectors for the husbands. I've heard of some who keep a track on where they are. So there is a software you keep in the car and they can track. So immediately I was hearing about it from someone, and when you said detector, this just stuck me. That one, there are physical detectors which are the machines, and then there are those wife detectors which detect and trying to guess like whether he's telling the right location, not the right location, and there is a software now. Coming to the more serious note of physical detector is also what I've seen in the movies when I was the kid. So lie detectors was something which really fascinated me. I was like, wow, if there could be things like lie detector that the police guys use on criminals, and if it could be freely available. So me as a kid, I would think like, that just makes life so easy. Like anyone cheating you, you have a lie detector. It's like ping pong. So lie detector had really fascinated me when I was small and heard in the movies.
That's wonderful. All
And
right.
then yes, the detectors that you mentioned, those are the things I just want to pass by like quickly. Not a great place to spend time at the airport. And then I do spend my time, like if my friends and family are still getting through the detector, then I'm just looking at and gazing at other people, what's being done to them. So
Sure.
the guys have to take off their shoes and their socks, belts, and there's lots to be done. So I'm just more passing the time at the airport with this fun.
Do you like to play a scene?
Sure, yeah.
All right. It's really nice to have you brought in from the other precinct. They say you're the best lie detectors in the entire police force.
Yes, we have got the best in the town, the class.
Yeah. Let me just say to you that uh, we here admire your reputation so much, and then you can tell we're not lying, right?
Yes, yes, we have the lie detectors inside me as the body chip as well.
Is that talent?
Um, that is really one of the innovations that we have. So initially we used to have like the physical detectors, that there would be a machine, but now we have it ingrained as silicon in the bodies.
Oh, so it is implanted. It is
Yeah,
a.
it is.
Your precinct seems to have a lot of more budget than ours. We
Oh, we
had,
are so focused on the quality, for that matter. This is like a really sensitive area. I don't want to play with that.
our province may be a little bit backwards. We had to fly you in, and everyone needs to. Everyone has to chip in and have reduced lunch to fly you in here. So that's why we really appreciate you to help us crack this case.
Oh, that's my pleasure to know. That's Thank you so much, and sorry for creating any of those inconveniences.
I mean,
But
we're always happy to have a person from the capital here.
thank you so much. We will make sure we fit into all of the expectations and go beyond that.
Um, so,
So there's another thing that I would like to mention. So in terms of the technology that we are advanced, so it's not just that we have a chip in the body, it also detects like something called as half lies, which we don't have in the traditional lie detectors. So it's in the subconscious mind. If the person is thinking, but he's still speaking a truth, he's smart enough, the lie detectors would still catch that. So it does capture on the mind as well.
wow, I better not say things about the capital then. No, I really,
That's a good one, sir. You
we
might
really
want to
admire
test.
what's going on.
You might want to test the detectors by speaking something about it.
Okay, the weather is nice. It is indeed nice.
It is indeed nice.
It is indeed nice. It's always nice in Bangalore, right? Um,
You for sure don't look like someone who could lie. So detectors would just fail for you, sir.
um, I like crayons.
Something. Do you hear that? Did you say crayons?
I crayons. I like crayons.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I like acrylic better. Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, I've always wanted to be more of an artist than a policeman, and crayons feel very child's play.
That's very interesting. You can still be one.
It's long hours in the precinct with being underfunded and all.
Oh, you know what? That's actually has been my interest area as well. Not really the fields of technology. This is something I do for money. But what I do for my heart is actually the art.
Wow, what kind of art do you do?
So I do paint, and I do paint like a different stuff. So something which is just out of imagination.
Wow. Do you imagine if I give you an object, would you can paint it? You can imagine. Let's say I give you this cup, and that will unleash your imagination.
Yeah, so like I can visualize this cup being actually like the source of all overflowing the rivers that could just cover up all the lack of water in the seas and the glaciers. So I can put this cup as the originating source.
It's a very interesting use. Mention overflowing cups. I
Yeah.
mean, here in Bangalore, everything is underfunded. We always see cups as half empty.
Yeah.
But you're from the capital. Everything's flowing. Big river goes through you.
And at least this is how I think the vision should be. So when we are visioning something, so at least we should envision and we should foresee that what we are going to have, we will make sure it is in abundance, and that is bringing a positivity to the humankind.
Well, yeah, definitely, definitely. Although, if I may say so, like, um, it's easier to say uh, virtuous things if you have wealth. And tell me if I'm lying or not.
I won't say this is a lie. To some extent, you're right, but you don't always need the physical, tangible wealth to be doing that. I think the matters of virtues come from character, and the character should not really be related to the wealth.
Well, I believe if you don't have the wealth, sometimes you do just need to do things to survive. Like,
That's right. Uh, on this point, I would like to say it's again coming back to the character and the ethics. There would be people who would still be fighting for survival, would still not leave them. And that is where one of the life's biggest learnings come out of.
huh, you capital people are very tricky. Um, I would
And the
say
lie detector has not sounded anything ever since I've
I
been
don't think it
speaking.
would sound for you, right? So I don't know if you're lying or not.
Oh,
But
this is completely unbiased. The
okay,
lie detectors are completely unbiased. Same for you, same for all the employees here as well.
so you have an implant that also works on yourself.
It would. It would. So
Oh,
we maintain complete integrity and transparency. So anything which is being deployed for the clients and customers is also applicable to us as the employees, including the CEO, founder of the company as well.
doesn't it go off? How can you live in truth all the time?
So being in this industry, our honorable founder, sir, actually had this idea of he plays by complete ethics. And this was the very fundamentally why he established and went into this particular line. So needless to say, the transparency and honesty is the first thing that would build into his company.
Let's say we only have one bowl of rice and there's two people. Sometimes you just need to grab it for yourself to survive, no?
Yes, sir. It depends upon what we think we need to be surviving upon. The
Ah,
right. You might again think that we are from the capital and it is like a lot of wealth, and so it's easy to say, but you have to trust me on that.
are you sure that metal detector is correct? It's like, okay, I am a dog. Uh, I, I, I I have a mountain of money. I have nothing but my family. I love my family.
Very nice to know that, sir. Very nice to know that.
It's
The world is your family,
the world is my family. You know.
and we love everyone.
Okay. Hmm. Yes, Mrs. Goody Goody. Metika, is it? Yes. Uh,
But you can be completely assured, sir. We have gone through the financials and the provincials of your city. You do not need to be bothered about the budget at all.
okay.
Our
Okay.
honorable founder has already had a word with Your Highness, and you can be completely assured of that.
Your Highness. You call your board Your Highness.
The Highness at your province, sir, because you look quite tense and worried about the budget part, given all the benefits I've mentioned about the lie detectors. So I can assure you, you don't need to be worried about it. You
I
can just relax.
okay. I am not the top of the administration here, but I deal with cases and I deal with welcoming guests from out of town.
Yeah. So I could just sense that you're a little feeling worried about it. And I could just think possibly if it is to do with the budget, you can completely be assured. And maybe if you would like to have this cup of coffee,
Okay.
just relax down.
Well, coffee makes me even more tense.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What would you like to have, sir?
Um, there's, uh, where I'm from, if you're given a drink, you have to finish it.
Oops. I'm quite glad, sir. Very nice to learn this. Which place do you come from?
Huh?
Which place do you come from?
From Gurina.
Gurina.
Yeah.
That's very nice culture. We have also learned that we should not waste our drinks and food.
That's right. That's right. Well, so this case is a very difficult one. Yes, because we are dealing with these people who are making constructions, and then we don't know whether they are using their full budget or not, and then we have to make confessions out of them.
Okay.
Yeah. But
For
that's
sure, you've come to the right place.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's great. That's the bare minimum that we can do for you, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Anything else going on your mind?
My family. I'm really glad it didn't beep your alarm, because I have been working in this precinct long hours, and I don't see my family so much, and sometimes I wonder if I don't love them anymore because of work.
Oh, the lie detector didn't sound anything. So I'm guessing that you do love your family. And it's just your guilt which is making you think that because you overwork. You don't need to worry about that. I trust my lie detector a lot, more than I would trust you. So I'm pretty sure that you love your family.
Okay.
Do you feel any concerned about the family apart from like your workload?
That was it. That was the workload. I feel I come home at 2 a.m. and then I leave at 5 a.m. I don't spend time.
Do you want to revisit your timing, sir?
I sometimes stay in the precinct.
Sir, I'm sorry. You would have to be a little precise and exact in what you are saying.
Okay, I mostly stay in the precinct, but sometimes I step out and get some drinks outside.
Okay. Oh, sorry for that lie detector. I know sometimes it's quite annoying. Like it really picks up if you said you go out at 2 a.m., but you really go out at 1 a.m. So it would sound so.
I didn't say about the going out part. Yeah, yeah, about going to the drinks part. Maybe I do have time to be with my family.
And maybe you love them, but there's something bothering you. What is that?
I don't think I give them enough. Yeah, as much as I work, I don't think I give them enough. So I work double shifts here, and I get stressed out, and I start to drink.
Oops. Is there something I can help you with, sir? We have got some amazing technologies by which you can also do something more efficiently and be home on time.
I think you've helped already. It's a human to talk to.
Oh, well, that's my pleasure, sir. But we also can offer you a complete setup by which you can do exactly the same work from your home as well. In fact, you would never have to leave home at all if that's something that suits you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You've helped me. Praise the capital. I love the capital.
Oh, how much you sound relieved. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, nice to see you smiling, sir.
All right. end scene there. For a moment, for a moment when you say boop, 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 I really thought there was an alarm going on
Oh yeah.
because you were ventriloquizing the alarm sound.
Yeah. It was the best I could make. How did you find the scene?
uh, yeah, it's very nice. It started off with being about like lie detector, right? But then
Yeah.
um, the scene becomes more about that. It becomes about what was like hidden motives, hidden motivations that need to come out. So it's not about like case solving. I think when I started the scene, I was thinking, okay, let's do a normal interrogation lie detector, right? And then you always have like these ideas to start a scene, but once you see something more interesting, you have to just abandon that idea and just go with
Hmm. Yeah, I thought so. There's something else you had in mind, which I could not catch.
it. No, I think that was it. I think it was like using the lie detector to to reveal a secret. That's always good. Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
good to have like a secret when you're playing an improv scene, like something that keeps your motivation.
Yes.
How did you find the scene?
I find it okay, but initially I was actually trying to catch like what scene you had in mind. So initially for me it was a little stagnant. Like we had some silence bits in between, so I was just thinking how to move ahead, and and then later on you gave me some picks and things, like about when you mentioned about your family, or something else that you had like in terms of the construction workers. So I could find some things where I could just pick up and build upon, in terms of like also the paintings, like when you mentioned you are an artist.
Oh yeah, what happened to that thing?
Yeah, that went off.
Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, after the family scene started.
Yeah, yeah. It feels like the family was the thing that was the biggest thing.
Oh yeah, you could, like, I could see you seeing from your heart, like it came from directly the heart.
Oh man, I mean, I was working before when I was doing my postdoc that I was actually like working until 11 a.m. 11 p.m. and then go home, sleep, and then wake up and go to the lab again. And those were also when my son was rather small, right?
Oh.
So there's some some truth to that about working so much that you don't leave enough for your family.
Yeah, we all have at some level of guilt for sure.
Right, right.
Yeah. So until we moved to paintings and the artwork and the family, I think it was a little stagnant for me, and I was trying to like break that ice.
Right. Okay. Let me just